Something about love, something about us.
You remember? Because I haven't left you yet. Yes. No matter how you anger me, I still catch your breath. Yes. And reply it in your chest. If life this hard, I can't imagine death. So what's a comfort if you can't fathom death? And what's a peace if you can't fathom?
I think just like everything else, I think it has its place. I think listening to Drake has its place.
Yeah.
Just not in my room.
But he changed what he did. I ain't talking about his music, first of all. What he did with the suing and the petition.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in hip hop culture, period.
No.
That made me feel that he is just for the money grab and not actually passionate. But I don't know him, and I have heard J. Cole say that that man did a lot for him. But that's not the character I see. Like, I see the character in J. Cole, you know what I mean, of being a passionate, go-getting artist. You know what I mean? And he even has his own label now and shit like that, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Drake has his own label, but he's still signed to a nigga that's signed to a nigga. And they just throwing money at him, you know what I mean? And then the moment he's not privileged enough to be getting the numbers and all that stuff, he want to sue.
Like I don't know what to call that, but I have my thoughts.
Yeah, I want to know your thoughts on that, because that's just...
Yeah, of course, man. I think when I read that, people always were like, oh, ghostwriters this, like, this, that, and the third. And it was like, okay. And then you see how much work and time is put into the image, which I get it. You know, it's been a social media age. It grabs attention, especially of the youth. Like, a lot of young people,
right.
they kind of like that stuff.
Right.
They go for that. But seeing him go for a lawsuit when his image was tarnished, I think from a business perspective, it's a good move. But from like having that dignity, that respect, it kind of, for me, he lost it. Which, you know, it's coming from me to him means nothing.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
Pocket change to him. But
it's important because, like you said, the image and how the kids see it.
Yes. But I think for like as you mentioned, somebody like J. Cole, somebody like Kendrick Lamar, that's where I feel like I relate strongly, because the values, the dignity, and those are the kinds of things I try to carry into the industry. You know, where somebody who is in it just for image, it's from a business perspective. I want to really emphasize that point. From a business perspective, it's a smart move because he has to save his own bottom. At the end of the day, he's got to save himself. It's his money, you know.
Right.
And he's been at it for a long time. He's got such a solid image that having it tarnished like that kind of lose respect of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then following up with those actions, leaving aside all the allegations that he has against him, you know, the respect that a lot of people have, I think, who are the people who sit in the corners like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, with those genuine voices, the genuine dignity, kind of lose that respect.
Yeah, man. I mean, and in your music, I already felt just like hearing the way that you write in your songs. I get that perspective off of you as well too. That you are in this because you actually love music. You actually
I appreciate that,
love being an artist. You actually love the grind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you did say in the last interview, you know, I didn't like the business part.
No.
But then you realized you had to adapt.
It's part of it. And now you see, it's crazy thinking back, as you mentioned, that how much I've changed. It's crazy. Like, that's why I was telling you, here at school, learning. I'm not directly learning about music marketing or business management for record labels, but those skills are transferable. You know, marketing this water bottle is the same as marketing my music. It's something that I need to make people both want and also show why it's better than the other ones, why it's important. You know, and ultimately, it's in it, like, again, in the industry that's filled with a lot of images and false people. I try to keep it real, you know.
Right.
Because people can sense that. I think I sense that in music when somebody's really like coming from the heart, you know. So, but now I've grown to back to what you were saying. I've grown to increase appreciation for the business side of the music industry because it's equally as important.
Yeah, and if you show integrity in both arms, you will have a better outcome of your projects and all that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think also that you changed your name, or is that just your Instagram?
Yeah. So I've been going through somewhat of a rebrand. You know, inside I kind of felt like it was time for a change. You know, especially with trying to dive into a little more Spanish music. I felt like it was fitting. You know, shifting. So Deli AFTF. To give it a brief explanation, Deli AFTF came from my middle name, which is Deleon. So changing it from Deli to Deleon, it's kind of the same name. It's just I feel like Deli AFTF. It sounds a little bit more youthful. You know, I feel like it's a name that I would hear and it'd be like Deli AFTF, but like Corazon Deleon, like it sounds. I don't know. It sounds more mature to me, and I feel like that's where I'm at.
So what is your name now? Your stage name now? What you want?
So it is Corazon Deleon, and that stands for Heart of the Lion. That's what that translates to in English.
I saw the Heart of the Lion there too on your Instagram. I was like,
yes.
What brought that around?
Yeah.
So that's what your name means, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's Deleon Coleon.
Corazon Deleon.
Corazon Deleon. It's like fucking poetry.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Gotta holler if you really feeling this. Gotta holler if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?